Hi everybody, welcome back to Tunes 91, Tunes Reviews, Tunes... I make YouTube videos. Hello. Today we're going to be talking about John Peg. That is correct. We're going to go to the house of Kerosene. Now, I could list, in fact I will list, some of my most favorite releases in the past couple years. We have Unforsaken, which I think is just scrumptious beyond comprehension. We have Copper Skies, which is one of the greatest honey, ambery tobacco fragrances I've ever come across. We have Unknown Pleasures, which is a wonderful tea and kind of syrupy waffle thing going on, which I think is sexy beyond comprehension as well. So in 2016, John decided to go ahead and make all of us spend $140, which, you know, that's what he does. But with this little beautiful release right here called Follow. So I have been a fan of Kerosene since he first came out. I loved Root Elements. I loved Fields of Rubus. Copper Skies was absolutely to die for. And Follow is enchanting, okay? Enchanting. This fragrance, which comes in a 100 ml bottle for $140 American, is just absolutely everything I've ever wanted in a coffee-based fragrance. Now, if I had to really pinpoint, I would say that Follow, which is what we're talking about, so I feel kind of bad even mentioning this other fragrance I'm going to compare it to, but I would say Follow and New Harlem would be my two favorite coffee staples that I've ever come across. But there are so many really great fragrances out there that are, centered around coffee. And I am a huge gourmand lover, and I am a huge coffee fragrance lover. So to just kind of go through a few of my favorites that I am gonna compare this to, it would be New Harlem, it would be the original Angel Men, it would be Carthusia Terra Mia, and then we have things like Montel's Intense Cafe, and even, we have Pure Coffee by Terry Mugler as well. But for the most part, I would say that this particular fragrance is the most realistic representation of a black coffee that I've ever come across, period, bar none. So Kerosene's Follow is, upon the initial spray here, is going to open up. It's so strange to me. It actually opens up one of two ways. I either get the vanilla right off the bat, which is kind of far and few between, or I get this really nice concoction of spices like nutmeg and whatnot. It kind of, and this is not in a bad way, but it kind of reminds me of being in Michael's, the store, the arts and crafts store. There are sections within that store that smell just a lot like all these crafty supplies and like different concoctions of spices and whatnot. And it really kind of reminds me of that. But that quickly goes away, and it just becomes this amazing, it actually paints a picture for me. It reminds me literally, I've never been to South America, but it literally takes me to a cafe on a mountainside as if I'm just sitting there drinking the most perfect, exquisite black coffee on the mountainside with a little bit of vanilla cream, and I'm just on a mountain looking at this beautiful landscape. It literally reminds me so much of a true representation of black coffee, so well blended with some spiciness and some earthiness, and there's a touch of a bit of a sappy quality to it, which I do believe in his note breakdown, it does say sap. So it's a true representation of black coffee with some vanilla and a bit of a sappiness to it. And I just think it is absolutely to die for. There's not a whole lot of sweetness to this fragrance. This is where I would say the two coffee fragrances that really do it for me would be New Harlem, because it is so sweet. That's basically like a playful, more fun, going out type fragrance. And then Follow is kind of a more mature, even almost, I don't want to say business oriented, but just a more mature, more adult, cozy coffee-based fragrance. Now, I will say this, to me, this is by far, and I'm not just saying this because I think John is a wonderful guy or that I love his fragrances and I've loved them since day one. I'm saying this as somebody that purchases his fragrances, okay? This is my favorite coffee-based fragrance ever, period, okay? This is just everything I've ever wanted. It is spicy, it's long-lasting, it projects well, it is a compliment getter. It just does everything that I could ever ask for from a coffee-based fragrance. And the reason why I think is because I'm getting a little bit older, and this is just a little bit more, it's not tame because it's bold, it's very bold, but it's bold in a mature, kind of subdued sweetness kind of way. Whereas the other ones that I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, other than Angel Men, which is always going to be a staple in my collection forever, but the other ones, Terra Mia, Intense Cafe, New Harlem, those are a bit more playful, okay? This is a bit more like, yeah, okay, you're the sexy adult man. You've morphed into a man. And that's basically what I get from Follow. This is a absolutely exquisite fragrance. I would recommend it to anyone that is 20 or older. And if you like a little bit more mature fragrances and you're a teenager, who cares, I guess. But I would recommend this definitely for anybody, male or female, that enjoys gourmands, that enjoys coffee-based fragrances, that wants to smell sexy, unique, daring, and just cozy. It's just very comforting. So I'm gonna say it, this is probably one of the only times you're ever gonna hear me say this. You've maybe heard it 2 or 3 times ever on this channel. This is a 10 out of 10. I hope you all check out John's website. He's very generous. He sends you samples with your purchases, so that's very nice. You can also pick up some of his sample packs. I believe you can choose 3 samples for $18. And definitely check this one out. I think that it's worth the try, and I hope you all enjoy, and I will talk to you all later.